In today's video, we're going to continue our logistics spotlight series and cover JB Hunt Transport Services. JB Hunt is one of the largest transportation, delivery, and logistics companies in North America. It provides a wide range of reliable transportation, brokerage, and delivery services to a diverse group of customers and consumers throughout the US, Canada, and Mexico. Their service offerings include transportation of full truckload containerized freight. They have arrangements with most of the major North American rail carriers to transport freight in containers or trailers while they perform the majority of the pickup and delivery services. The vision of JB Hunt is to create the most efficient transportation network in North America. Their mission is driving long-term value for their people, customers, and shareholders. They have several distinct and complementary businesses. The first is Intermodal, JBI. It's the largest. They have the largest fleet in North America. Priority loading and unloading at major rail terminals. The dedicated contract services business is fleet creation, conversion, and augmentation, on-site management, design and implementation of value-driven supply chain solutions. The integrated capacity solutions segment is a non-asset based offering of dry van, flatbed, refrigerated, and expedited services. The Final Mile Services is the largest final mile asset network in the United States. It's a provider of both asset and non-asset big and bulky delivery and installation services. There's nationwide fulfillment and retail pooling distribution services. The Truckload Business Segment, or JBT, is one of the largest capacity networks in North America. There is instant tracking via the internet and GPS trailer tracking. This slide outlines some factors within each business segment. They're competitively differentiated. There's unique intermodal network, distinct advantages in dedicated segments, network economics and brand strength to penetrate new markets. They're complemented by industry dynamics. Shippers need to reduce costs. Shippers demand on-time service and increasingly complex supply chains. They are positioned for growth, leading positions in large and consolidating markets, clear value proposition for their customers, and best-in-class systems and technology. This is just an overview of the fourth quarter 2024 results compared to the fourth quarter of 2023. I won't get into this in too much detail, but you can see a breakdown of revenue, operating income, and earnings per share. The revenue was down 5%, $3.15 billion. Operating income was up 2%. And then the diluted earnings per share was up 4%. And then there's a breakdown by business segment as well, with JPI, DCS, ICS, FMS, and JBT business segments. These are some charts showing the fourth quarter results consolidated. As you can see, in 2022, revenue was approximately just under $15 billion. It's tapered off a little bit since then, but looks to be back on pace and trending in the right direction going forward. If you're looking at the operating income and earnings per share charts, they're similar with that high in 2022. As far as competition, JB Hunt competes with other transportation services companies, primarily in terms of price, on-time pickup, and delivery service, availability and type of equipment capacity, and availability of carriers for logistics services. They do own or lease 54 facilities across the U.S. where they perform maintenance on their equipment, provide bulk fuel, and employ personnel to support operations. Here's a 5-year price chart of J.B. Hunt. As you can see, the stock price has fallen off a little bit in 2024. Back in first quarter of 2024, it was near its high of 220. And since then, it's come down quite a bit, and it currently is approximately $160 a share. And then back in 2022, as we mentioned, when their revenue was highest, as well as operating income, it also touched that 220 marker just under. This chart is a comparison of the 5-year total return compared to other indices and JB Hunt. So it compares it against the S&P, NASDAQ, and the peer group. As you can see, going back to 12 of 2000, it begins to outperform the other three. And then by the end of 2024, it's in third compared to the other three indices. So that's just a nice snapshot of the 5-year total return compared to other indices. Here's just a quick overview from a stock standpoint, some key metrics. The price to earnings is 27.8. Price to book is 4. Price to sales is 1.4. Price to cash flow is 11. Current ratio is 1.1. And the quick ratio is 0.8. And their EBITDA is 1.7 billion. Here's a snapshot of the revenue and comparable earnings per share. As you can see, in 2022, that was the highest for both of those respectively. And the projected trend going forward is that it'll increase revenue by a total of $1 billion from 2024 to 2026. Here's a breakdown of revenue by segment between JBI, DCS, ICS, FMS, and JBT. The JBI business segment is the largest by far, followed by DCS and then ICS. Thank you very much for watching today's video. This continues our logistics spotlight series. Hopefully you learned a little bit about JB Hunt and how they operate as a business. Thank you very much and have a great day.